Welcome back, everyone, to our channel.
Let me just really quickly bring this up just so I can reference it.
Welcome back to our discussion of our favorite Alan Arkin film.
Alan Arkin.
Today we're discussing The Daffodil.
Oh.
A very grounded performance. The camera was on him for an hour and a half as he spoke about a flower in his childhood. I give it 5 out of 10.
We give it 5.
I'm ready, okay.
Alright.
I'm in.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bracketiers Season 1, where we did decide what was the greatest movie franchise of all time, and we decided it was Star Wars.
Star Wars.
You might not agree with us, and that's perfectly okay. We want to know what your version of our bracket would have been with these 8 movies. This is going to be a bonus episode. We're just going to talk about how we feel the experience went, talk about the matches that we had really briefly, and talk about the ones that didn't make it onto the bracket that were that could have possibly made it. So, I guess, what are you guys' thoughts?
You know what? I just want to say, like, I would have disqualified Toy Story. Fuck Toy Story. Fuck Pixar. Yeah, I feel like they're movies that have people have a lot of emotional connection to, but in terms of greatest fucking movie franchise of all time, fuck that. Who cares? No, whatever.
I think so as you saw in the first couple episodes where we were figuring out what the bracket was, and how then they were going to go on to the semis and finals and everything.
Yeah.
It was tough because I honestly think Lord of the Rings could have gotten to the end.
Yeah.
The fact that it went up against Star Wars was tough. I mean, we could have had Marvel and Star Wars in the first round.
Yeah.
And then just would have had, you could have had Harry Potter up against Pirates and then up against Toy Story or whatever. It's interesting how it felt.
Yeah, I don't know if Lord of the Rings would have gotten very far. I don't think it would have made it to the final, regardless of the matchup. I feel when we talked about the cultural significance, even just between Star Wars and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I feel like the Lord of the Rings series doesn't have that greater cultural significance.
Right.
I don't think people are going to be taught. I think people still do people still talk about Lord of the Rings? Is that a thing that people like?
I think because the Lord of the Rings is a cinematic marvel. It is incredible the fact that it was made and the scope it was made at. But I think as an overall thing, it's it happened. Great.
Yeah. I think it's like a Ben-Hur almost, where it's just yes.
Yeah, people are gonna look back on the Lord of the Rings and be like, "This is cinematic history and gold and stuff."
Yeah, I know what you mean. You know what I think happens sometimes is so Lord of the Rings comes out and does this amazing job, but then something else comes out like Game of Thrones. It has almost a very similar dragons, this type of thing.
Yeah.
It's more adult, and it kind of takes over those fans. They go, we were Lord of the Rings people, but Game of Thrones is so great. Maybe now I'm gonna put my time into this. Star Wars has been iconic for a long time. They've taken over that, but no show has come out that's like it, that's kind of adopted those people.
Yeah, I think, and even for 20 years from now, I think people are gonna still be talking about Game of Thrones. In that bad way, it could be it's very, you know what I mean?
So unfortunate.
But I think the way that Game of Thrones has injected itself into mainstream culture, is really interesting. And I don't think even though Lord of the Rings was this huge box office hit, it got a ton of Oscars, and all this stuff. I really don't it's just I don't think about Lord of the Rings ever.
Lord of the Rings, I think. Because we're just gonna ignore. We're just gonna
ignore the whole bit.
This had to be the matchup because we had to include it because it is the franchise.
Yeah.
3 more movies that were included. But I think this side of it, the Lord of the Rings side, is a side where someone goes, "I've never seen Lord of the Rings," or "I don't like Lord of the Rings," and everyone turns around and goes, how?
Yeah.
How? It's you don't even have to.
That's a good
You don't even
point.
have to be a fan of fantasy. It's just
Yeah.
that they're amazing movies.
Yeah.
But while like with Star Wars, with Marvel, it's a thing of like, oh, I don't really like Star Wars, and people go, I can understand why.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that
can
100%.
get why. It's like it's fine. Like that's okay. And so Lord of the Rings is just this thing of like it is technically astounding.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. And then and so if you didn't know, one, you should have watched the previous episodes. Go watch the previous episodes if you haven't. Why are you watching this for the first time? Go watch those. But so the way that the bracket worked, and I explained this already, but in a previous video, but I created a list of 20 of what I believed were the greatest franchises of all time. And there was a lot of factors. One, the movies had to have more than 3 movies in their sequence. That's why Back to the Future's not in any of these. But so, things like that, where it had to be more than a trilogy. It had to be like a full-fledged franchise. And so then we put out this poll, and everyone had to vote for the top 5. And we got over 60 responses. And the top one was a tie between Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, both with 9 votes. Then it was Star Wars and Marvel with 7. And then it was Indiana Jones with 5, James Bond with 4, and then Toy Story and Pirates both with 3. The ones that didn't even get votes or didn't even get like anything are like the Mad Max series.
Yeah.
Great movies.
Yeah.
Like, Mad Max is really good. I just think Mad Max is a bit maybe niche, but Fury Road was excellent.
Yeah.
It's
So
an amazing
good.
movie, right? Like,
Yeah.
But one amazing movie does not
No,
make
it's such
an
a
amazing
it's a
franchise, right?
it's a niche like world and
also that was like a reboot of the series technically, like Fury Road.
Yeah.
kind of. But
So like it's hard. It'd be hard for me to quantify that as like a whole film franchise.
other things that are on the list as well were the Terminator films.
Oh yeah.
I mean, T1 and 2. That's the thing. I'm
Mostly bad.
I think it's that. I think the reason why Pirates made it on is because people. I think that
The one of the
Terminator.
lulls.
I think Terminator Past 2 has really soured it as a franchise.
Yeah.
Mom, are you okay? Mom!
Come with me if you want to live.
It's okay, Mom. He's here to help. It's okay.
There's also the Transformer movies. Just skip past that
Yeah,
one.
they're just going.
Different.
Yeah.
There was the
Yeah.
Rocky movies.
That would have.
That would've been a good
Yeah.
one.
I would have loved to see the Rocky instead of fucking Toy Story.
Yeah. Agreed.
I think why Rocky wasn't voted for is because, I mean, specifically with our audience and community and stuff like that for our streaming stuff and our content, Rocky is an older property.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So then we're talking Creed.
Yeah.
We're talking Creed.
Yeah.
Creed would have been part of that conversation, but I
Yeah.
think it's just that people look at Rocky and they think it's like an older movie, older
Yeah,
franchise and
not
stuff
the
like
new
that.
stuff. Yeah.
So, there was also Mission Impossible, which I honestly really thought would have. Mission Impossible the franchise is great.
Better than Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's
Yeah,
there's
agreed.
Such good
Not the first
movies.
movie. It's
I'm not a big fan of
maybe.
the first movie. No, but like
The first Mission
one-
Impossible?
Yeah,
I dug it.
no, it's good.
Like the
One-
sliding the down with the computer.
Well, that's the thing is Mission Impossible 1 is Mission Impossible 1 is iconic for that. Mission Impossible 2 is iconic for it being a John Woo movie
Right.
Yeah.
and all the John Woo-iness.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible 3 is very famous for more of the mask
and
ripping
Tom
off.
Cruise doing all his fucking stunts.
Tom Cruise and Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Imagine
That is
being
a great hero bad guy combo.
Imagine being so deep in the closet, you just have to be like, "Fuck, man, I have to do all my stunts." so people think I'm really manly.
Tom Cruise is a madman, but he's a genius at the same time. It's great.
What's the best Mission Impossible movie?
If I'm gay, how come I can run fast?
Yeah,
That's hard to say. I think the newest Mission Impossible movie is really, really
Is the best one?
good.
What's that called again?
That one is.
Still not gay. I swear.
That I will say that's the problem of then giving them all subtitles is like if you ask me which one was Ghost Protocol, I can't remember.
Five?
Yeah, that's the only thing that's
Yeah.
special with those movies.
Yeah, and then they brought
Is that-
Robin Hood into the whole series from Avengers. Jeremy Renner.
Oh,
they brought him in. And
my God.
He's just there.
Why?
And he's saying, "Hi," and
Why?
everyone's like,
Fuck Jeremy Renner.
Uh,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Thank you.
some
Just
other
wanna
ones-
Make sure we would do.
Some other ones that didn't make it in. I actually put the Muppets on there.
Hell fucking yeah.
I could have been into that.
The Muppets.
I could have been into that.
Yeah.
Muppets Take New York.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
I like those movies, but on like the
I know.
great, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
They're not cinematic.
I don't
marvels.
really exactly.
Wouldn't
Like,
have stood
I
a
would be
chance.
excited. Oh, I
Yeah.
love the Muppets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
cute.
Even like
That's a good one.
the new-ish Muppets movie. I guess it's not new anymore, but the
Well,
Muppets
that's
Most
Seth
Wanted.
Rogen or whatever.
oh no, not that one. I was
In
thinking of
space?
another one. No,
You're
no, no.
thinking Muppets in
The one with
space?
Jason
Muppets in space is
Segel
great.
is
Yeah,
that's the-
Jason
the-
Segel, yeah.
just
Oh
the
my
Muppet
god, that
movie.
movie's so good.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's that one, and then the second one was Muppets Most Wanted.
Oh, I didn't.
That
I didn't
movie
watch
is
that
so
one.
good.
Yeah.
There was also the Jurassic Park movies.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would have been Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. It's
Yeah.
like, you have three really great movies. And
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes
Planet of the Apes.
was on the
Oh,
list.
that,
No, because-
that made big money, which is weird.
That's where it was tricky because you could have done. I don't think it would have been voted for. But Planet of the Apes is a weird one because it had its original version and then its new version, but the new version is only a trilogy, and it's not really like a. It's not really a
big enough.
franchise.
Right.
Okay.
Like when I went into like the details of like how much the movies made and like more back end details of these movies because that
Yeah.
played into factors of what I was going to choose. Planet of the Apes was like really low in terms of like notoriety and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It is a great movie. Like the Matt Reeves run of like Planet of the Apes, War of Planet of the Apes, like those ones.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I don't think I've watched all of them. I think I've watched
that
the first
trilogy is
two.
amazing.
Yeah.
I really like
So.
the new trilogy is I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Human Plan.
The Die Hard movies.
Fuck yeah, man.
1, 2, and 3
Fine.
amazing, and then after.
Honestly, even I love the first Die Hard. The second one is like
Yo, even
the whole plan is so convoluted.
even the dumb new ones are hilarious. Where fucking
Number-
like Bruce Willis is like surfing on a helicopter. Fuck yes.
Die Hard with a Vengeance. It's Samuel L. Jackson. His
Listen,
name is Zeus.
Yeah. I
Isn't,
like.
isn't he Die Hard 2 where he's like,
No.
No.
oh, then
That's
I'm
Die Hard
confused.
3.
My bad. Die Hard 2 is the one with the planes.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
At the airport. Yeah.
Whatever.
There was also DCEU.
Nah.
I literally didn't.
Okay, but the Batman movies, Batman Begins.
Yeah,
Those
but-
aren't DCE.
You're right,
I
And
wouldn't
that's
count
the tough call.
those.
Is you can't.
Even then,
it's,
I
it's
find
not
those
the Nolan movies.
super overrated.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah.
It's not the Nolan movies. It's not the original Batman movies where it was like the original Batman, Batman Forever, Batman Returns, like those ones. That's what the franchise is, and the only real highlights are like Wonder Woman, Shazam, and
Oh yeah.
Aquaman
and
is
now
fine.
Aquaman's fine, and
Yeah.
Harley Quinn's now out, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that one I didn't think. Fast and the Furious. That one I was.
Oh,
Maybe.
it's about family. Yeah, let's go.
9 movies.
Wow.
And counting.
Two less than Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then there's like the spin-offs with the Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and
whatever.
Shaw.
So
Yeah.
like 10 movies.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
crazy. They're literally making like
Yeah.
a universe where they're just like.
It's insane. They're bringing people back.
And it's
Yeah.
all with cars. Like
It's
all this
crazy.
do all this dumb shit with cars. It's like
and that's okay.
Yeah, in the trailer for the new one,
They know
it's-
what they are.
It's absolutely insane. There's like this one like stunt where it's like this car gets like hooked onto this like
onto a rope
and then like swings around
and slingshots itself into a helicopter.
Slingshots it into a helicopter. Yeah. What?
Can't wait to see
And
it.
that's
They know what they are.
Yeah.
Physics and family.
Physics 101.
Physics,
Freaking
family.
Vin
yeah.
Diesel read those books.
Yeah.
Diesel.
They know what they are. They know what they are, and so that's what I think and they do fucking phenomenal.
Roman, you praying, aren't you? $50 says he's praying right now. You need some fresh air? Because you about to get a whole lot of it. Okay, here we go.
Just when you didn't think it could get any better, huh? Woo! Now we're moving.
Have you ever seen the
They make so much
the
money.
toy commercial that Vin Diesel did as an early actor, where it's for the toys for Street Sharks?
Oh, really?
And he's like, "Ugh."
Was he in it?
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah, we should watch
Street
it.
Sharks, I love Street Sharks.
Yeah.
Roll half shark, half
Yeah.
man, fighting evil. That's the plan, Street Sharks.
Roll the clip.
I want to show you something up close and personal. I've got something here with such fantastic detail, it's going to blow you away. Head shark! Good shush! Rocky Balboa action. Do.
I'm Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
So I guess kind of final thoughts, just recapping of this season. Like, I'm not surprised at what made it in. And I'm not surprised what made it to the end. I think that honestly, it was a tough. And some people might obviously be way more on one side than the other and stuff. But I mean, this also just goes to show like how crazy dominant these properties are.
Yeah.
I will say this whole thing, unfortunately, dumps on the idea of like brand new franchises and brand new properties, because we're basically saying like, here's the like, why are you so great? Because everybody knows them. But like, we should honestly, I think there should be a bracket in the future about like brand new IPs and like try to figure out like a good category of that are all like brand new things that weren't ever established from some other previous property or
Twilight,
whatever.
50 Shades.
One-off movies that deserved way more attention. You know what I mean? Like
that,
things that could have been
Carol.
amazing.
I would love a Carol cinematic universe.
There you go.
It's like lesbians having fun, shopping, smooching in the cottage.
Because girls, they want to have fun.
They do.
Yeah.
That's all they want.
It's so funny because Guillermo del Toro is doing a movie with Cate Blanchett and Rooney Mara, and it also takes place in the 50s. So everyone's just like, oh my god, Carol, the sequel!
Godfather's only 3 movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why the Godfather didn't make it.
How about the Men in Black?
Oh, you know what?
They actually are a franchise.
Yeah, people shit on the new one with Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth. I dug it. I watched it and I was like, this is fine.
I might have some influence later and watch it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, like, I love, like, Tessa Thompson has, like, I love her chemistry with literally anyone on screen.
Yeah.
Like,
I love her.
She's so good. And I thought everyone hated it, but I was watching and I was like,
those movies are really fun, man.
It was fine. It was good.
But yeah. No, this was a lot of fun, and it was interesting talking about this and hearing your guys' opinions and everything.
Yeah.
No, but let us know what you would have, which ones you would have picked above others, and what would have gone to the end. And let us know, like, there's some crazy matchups here. I was actually really, I really loved the Harry Potter James Bond conversation.
Right.
That was super interesting. Like that.
Very British.
It came down to almost being like a tie, almost, just in terms of like the conversation. And stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, one last thing. You guys remember that fan theory that was like Jar Jar Binks is the Master Sith?
Yes.
How fucking crazy was that? Like, what? Just like all the people cutting like all the little scenes together where he like just like appears randomly or like does a backflip and it's like, that's the Force!
Oh my god.
That's the Force!
That's a really funny idea.
Like,
And, you know,
what?
and I think that just speaks to like Star Wars, and it's just like, and it's in so much in our culture where you could think about that. No one's really thinking about like, oh my god, Ginny Weasley. Imagine.
Oh my god.
No one's really
Ginny
thinking
Weasley
about,
was obviously a Horcrux.
Yeah, the whole time
Yeah.
that bitch was the Horst of the Crux.
Yeah.
But yeah, like no one really, or even like Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, like I think just like it's people really. There's something about Star Wars where people just like will continue to talk about it and and dissect it and bring new life into it
and argue about it.
Yeah,
make memes about it,
which really doesn't happen with like anything else.
Make
really.
an entire bracket show so you could advance it to the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So again, let us know what your bracket would have been and who would have won in the end. And let us know what we should do a bracket season of next. Will it be like N64 games? Will it be Disney anime movies, Pixar movies? It could also be different games as well, like what's the best Zelda game? Anything.
Breadsticks at large
best chicken
restaurant
nuggets
chains. Yeah,
best
chicken nuggets. Fast food burger.
We'll just eat them here.
I'd be like,
We could redo the chip bracket that Brian Edwards did. We have a friend who did like a chip bracket, best chips.
Oh yeah.
And the last two choices were like so.
Some of them were
right.
whack. Yeah.
we have to bring them on.
Let us know.
Chip bracket.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want to see us do a ultimate chip bracket.
Let's see where the chips fall.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being with us for this entire season. New season of the Bracketiers coming eventually. So I can't promise exactly when it is because we're still filming this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Yeah.